tagging along on some of this, especially about talking about the First Amendment, it's worth reviewing the number of sort of anti-constitutional statements that slithered out of last night. Donald Trump, I mean, for people who are going to, one of those people may in fact put his or her hand on a Bible and swear to defend the Constitution. Well, Donald Trump doesn't really like the First Amendment part of the Constitution. And he's willing to the extent that he understands it's possible, cut off the internet and stomp on people's free speech because he likes that. You got a debate going between Cruz and I think it was it Rubio or someone about whether the NSA can still tap 100%, or less than 100% of the communications, which is the Fourth Amendment. Getting flushed down the toilet. And by the way, Ted Cruz, there's concerns that he may have revealed classified information by saying
Carly too. Carly Fiorina too. She because she bragged about helping fight terror by letting the NSA take her property. I didn't get that story, and
it was a little vague. But the idea is that, well, to hell with the Fourth Amendment. But I think then the most egregious part of why do we care about the Constitution was Chris Christie, who was mocking his colleagues and who were in the people on the stage who were in the Senate for just standing around talking about bills and legislature and that kind of thing while Chris was out there, doing whatever he did as prosecutor. Well,
I think he was the prosecutor that knocked terrorists out.
Yeah.
I think that's the impression I got.
Yeah, but I mean, he basically was saying, all you guys are senators who go to Congress and talk. Well, that's sort of what legislative government involves. I mean, they don't often step out of the Capitol building, crank off a few rounds at terrorists in the area and then go back in and continue the debates. These are
all I know is I'm glad that, he's right. The Senate is nothing like a courtroom where, the Senate's just a place where people come and make arguments, and the people's fates are decided there. I agree with all.
But that's sort of what government does. It can be imperfect, but to condemn the system, as he seemed to be doing, I just was very concerned about the number of irrational, anti-constitutional statements that were being made there. Inflaming people in very much the wrong direction, convincing them their rights aren't that important, and that their legislative government is just a bunch of windbags. Yeah, there's truth in that. But for a potential president to stand up and say that, what is going wrong with us? And for none of the so-called journalists who were moderating the events to kind of poke at any of those issues, I didn't think I could have a lower opinion of Wolf Blitzer, but in fact I did.